Can't sleep because of nerve pain and leg cramps? Try this before taking pills. Have you ever gone through a night that felt like it would never end? When just as you began to drift off, a sharp pain suddenly shot up from your calf to your thigh, jolting you awake, gasping and staring at the clock in disbelief, only to see that it was just 1 a.m.? If that sounds familiar, please know this. You are not alone. Many people over the age of 60, especially those living with conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, vitamin B deficiency, or long-standing nerve damage, are facing a surprisingly common yet often misunderstood problem: insomnia caused by peripheral neuropathy. This condition turns sleep into something fragmented and heavy. Even when your body is exhausted, even when your eyes are closed, the stabbing pain, the tingling, the tight cramps, they keep pulling you out of sleep, over and over again, leaving behind nothing but restlessness and fatigue. As someone who has walked alongside many older adults in their journey to restore natural sleep, I can tell you with certainty, few things drain your energy more than a night cut short by your own body. That's why, in today's video, I'd like to invite you to take a closer look at this topic. We'll explore why nerve pain and cramping often show up at night, right when the body needs rest most. Is there a way to ease the discomfort without relying on sleeping pills? And if you're living with peripheral nerve damage, how can you still fall asleep again, safely, naturally, and consistently? But before we begin, may I ask you something simple? Where are you watching this video from? A peaceful countryside or a little corner in the middle of a busy city? Feel free to share it in the comments, because it always brings me joy to know who I'm walking with in this journey. And if this topic speaks to something you're facing right now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Sometimes, just one video like this can help you discover a gentler path back to sleep. Now let's get started. What's really happening inside your body when nerve pain keeps you from sleeping deeply? Part 1. Why does peripheral neuropathy keep older adults awake at night? In older adults, one of the most common causes of long-term insomnia is damage to the peripheral nervous system, especially the nerves in the legs. When this system becomes weakened, mildly inflamed, or begins transmitting signals abnormally, you start to feel symptoms like aching, numbness, cramping, or even a mild electric-like sensation, sometimes even when you're lying still in bed and doing nothing at all. According to a study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine in 2017, more than 50% of people living with peripheral neuropathy experience significant sleep disruptions. They are frequently awakened in the middle of the night, struggle with light or shallow sleep, and often find it difficult to fall back asleep once they wake. The reason is that at night, when blood circulation slows down and the body shifts into rest mode, pain signals from the damaged nerves become more noticeable and much more uncomfortable than during the day. This condition is especially common in people with underlying issues like diabetes, vitamin B deficiencies, varicose veins, or those who are recovering from chemotherapy. That creepy crawly sensation under the skin, the burning, the stabbing pain, they tend to become most intense between 1 and 3 a.m., right at the time when your body needs its deepest sleep the most. Many people still believe that these symptoms are just a normal part of aging, or that they're caused by a lack of calcium, so they often ignore them or treat them incorrectly. But in reality, if you're frequently awakened by pain or cramps at night, if your sleep keeps getting interrupted and you feel drained the next morning, then it's very likely that you're dealing with peripheral neuropathy without realizing it. Here's the most important thing to remember. If the root cause is not correctly identified, you can easily fall into a vicious cycle. relying on sleeping pills to force yourself to sleep, even while your nervous system is still sending out abnormal signals. The result is poor quality rest, and in the long run, your body may grow dependent on medication without ever actually recovering the natural sleep it truly needs. And that is exactly why, in the next part, I'll be sharing with you some rarely discussed truths about sleeping pills, why they're not a sustainable solution for people with peripheral nerve pain, and what risks you absolutely need to be aware of before using them long-term. Part 2. Why sleeping pills are not a long-term solution for people with peripheral nerve pain. When facing prolonged insomnia, especially the kind caused by nighttime pain, many older adults turn to sleeping pills as a quick way to escape their exhaustion. And in the beginning, it's true. Sleeping pills may help you fall asleep faster, bring on drowsiness more quickly, and offer a brief relief from discomfort. But here's the real issue. That relief is only temporary. For those living with peripheral nerve damage, sleeping pills do not address the root cause. They don't calm inflamed nerves. They don't stop the tingling, the burning, or the cramps that happen at night. In other words, you're pressing down on your brain with a false signal that it's time to sleep, while the body is still sending out warning signs from within. This kind of sleep is usually shallow, easily broken, and by morning you may still feel tired, groggy, or even wake up with a headache. On top of that, regular use of sleeping pills can quickly lead to dependence. What starts as a small dose, half a tablet, then a full one, soon becomes a higher dose as the body grows tolerant to the effects. Eventually, you may find yourself unable to sleep at all without the medication. This is especially risky for older adults whose liver and kidneys have reduced capacity to process and eliminate drugs from the body. There's another risk many people don't consider. Sleeping pills can increase the likelihood of falls, confusion, and dizziness at night. There have been many cases where patients woke up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, but because the medication was still active in their system, they couldn't maintain balance, leading to avoidable injuries. Most importantly, sleeping pills don't help your body relearn how to sleep naturally. They only silence the symptom of insomnia, without resetting your internal clock, without healing your nervous system, and without truly relieving your pain. Using sleeping pills in this way is like turning off a fire alarm while the fire is still burning behind the wall. Sooner or later, it's going to flare up again. If you're living with peripheral nerve damage, the sustainable path is not another pill, but rather improving circulation, calming the nervous system, and resetting your body's natural rhythm. These aren't complicated things, and in the next part, I'll walk you through some gentle, practical habits that can help you gradually sleep again, more deeply, more comfortably, and without relying on medication. Part 3. Simple habits that can help you sleep naturally again, even while living with peripheral neuropathy. If you've ever gone through long nights of insomnia because of nerve pain, I understand just how exhausting and overwhelming that can feel. Many people believe that only medication can help them get some rest. But in reality, sleep is a natural ability of the body, as long as you give it the right conditions to heal. And that healing process can begin with the smallest of changes. The first thing you can do is reset your internal clock using light. Each morning, spend around 10 minutes in natural sunlight between 6:30 and 7:30 a.m. You don't have to go far. Just open a window, step out onto your balcony, or sit near a bright spot where natural light can reach your eyes and skin. Morning sunlight activates the biological rhythm located behind the retina, which helps regulate when melatonin is produced at night, allowing you to feel sleepy at the right time. This is a foundational step in helping the body remember its natural rest-wake cycle. In the evening, do the opposite. Signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. After 8 p.m., begin dimming the lights in your home, Turn off overhead lights, limit the use of your phone or television, or if needed, switch to warm-colored lighting or wear blue light-blocking glasses. The reason is simple. Strong light suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall into deep, restorative sleep. One very effective habit that many of my older patients have adopted is soaking their feet in warm water before bedtime. Warmth dilates the small blood vessels in the feet, boosts circulation, and reduces burning pain or cramping. You can add a slice of fresh ginger or a few tablespoons of Epsom salt to the water for extra relief. After soaking, use a natural oil that contains peppermint or ginger to gently massage your calves and thighs. This not only helps soothe the nerves, but also sends a signal of safety to the brain, making it easier for the body to fully relax. On the nutrition side, try to avoid eating after 7 p.m. and cut out coffee, strong tea, and alcohol after 3 p.m. Even though these drinks may make you feel sleepy at first, they often cause you to wake up in the middle of the night, especially for people with sensitive nervous systems. If you're looking for gentle support, you might consider simple supplements like magnesium glycinate or glycine, both of which help calm the nervous system without causing dependency. Lastly, create a personal evening ritual. Something simple yet consistent. That could mean turning off the lights early, washing your face with warm water, writing a few words of gratitude about something positive in your day, or listening to soft, soothing sounds like rain, ocean waves, or instrumental music. These small acts, when repeated regularly, help re-establish a sense of peace and safety, the very state your brain needs in order to allow your body into deep sleep. You don't have to do everything all at once. Choose one thing that feels easiest and stick with it for a week. If it helps, add one more. What matters is not how much you change, but how consistently you do it, so your body has time to remember and respond. Because sleep is not something you fight for. It's a state you gently invite back through patience, understanding, and a little kindness toward yourself. My dear friend, we've just walked through some of the lesser-known causes behind insomnia in older adults, especially when it's related to peripheral neuropathy. You might have thought, maybe I'm just getting older, maybe poor sleep is just something I have to accept. But the truth isn't quite that simple. The nightly pain, the tingling, the cramps, these are not things you have to endure, and certainly not things you should ignore. They're your body's way of speaking to you. A quiet reminder that it needs care, attention, and the right kind of support. And here's the good news. You don't need to change your whole life. Just a few small things: morning sunlight, a warm drink before bed, a few minutes of foot soaking, if done regularly, can help your body understand it's time to rest now. Sleep doesn't come from force. It comes from rhythm, from consistency, and from the sense of safety you create within yourself. If you're still watching this video by now, I truly appreciate your patience and your trust. Please leave the number 1 in the comment section so I know you're still here with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly invite you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because there's still so much more I'd love to share with you in upcoming videos. Also, feel free to share your story with me. What time do you usually wake up at night? Where does the pain tend to begin that keeps you from sleeping? Your story might not only help me understand better, but could also bring comfort to many others out there who are facing the same thing you are. Thank you for spending this precious time with me. I wish you a truly peaceful night. No more jolting awake, no more burning aches, just calm, healing rest that your body has always deserved.